the promised update version of the 2.2 Roland build Shield Bash Crusader. It's not going to be a very long video. Actually, it's going to be very short. I won't show you gameplay in this video. If you want to see the gameplay, you can go back and watch the first part of this guide. I'll go only through some items I changed and optimized in my build, and the skills. So I want to start with, oh my god, this is totally wrong, I'm sorry. I want to start with pretty much the only thing that I changed about the previous guide is that I don't use provoke anymore. I used to use provoke only to get some rat, right? But since I don't need it right now, I'm because I'm already pushing. I mean, I'm not pushing right now. I mean, I'm doing like Greater Rift 50s and 50 plus. And the thing about that is that our build is very strong. I do crit like 2.5 up to 3 billion crits, and this is amazing, guys. This is very strong, and this is very good for a Crusader in single target damage. Don't forget about that. But the build has one problem, guys. The build has one problem, and the only problem is defense. So you're going to die a lot in this build. I did try with a Unity. I finally got a Unity. I did try with a Unity. Yes, you get a little bit more defense, but if you use Unity instead of focus and restraint, your damage is basically like half of the damage you will have when you use those both rings. So you have to make a pick, guys. You have to experiment by yourself. This is what I came so far with, and I like it. It's good enough for me. Now and then I change like a few runes, but basically this is the setup I go with. Let me quick talk about every single skill again. I use Punish, Roar, because of the 335% damage as fire, and you know, when you block with Hardness Senses active, you explode with full dealing 75%. I explained that in the previous guide. Iron Skin, Steel Skin is the new skill that I'm using. It's not new, it's just something that if you want to be more defensive, you should use it. I recommend it. And it has a 30-second cooldown, but you will have it almost all the time on, and it will make you, you know, your Iron Skin turns into iron, absorbing 50% of all incoming damage for 7 seconds. Well, if you have a Unity and combining the other 50% absorbing damage from the Unity effect with your follower, and this 50%, some people say that it's immortal, right? But there's not such a thing like immortal, and you can ask hardcore players about this, but it's not immortal. But you know, you can try, guys. You can try, but I personally like focus and restraint more. But I still go with Iron Skill, Steel Skin. The thing is, I recommend you one more time. I'm sorry, I think I just hit the mic. One more time, I'm telling you, you have to test it out your way, your items. You might get an Ancient Furnace. I don't have an Ancient Furnace. I'm gonna show you my items in a second. You have to go with the items you have and optimize the build the way from the items that you have. So there is not, if you're watching this guide and if you watch my previous guides, there is not such a thing that works with every single player. Like, even if you watch other guys from other people, you won't be having the same damage and the same skills like other players, right? I'm trying to do beginner guides, like for people that want to try for the first time the build, and that are very new to Crusader. If you are more advanced, please don't rage in chat on I mean, not in chat, in the commentaries below, that this build is you know, crap. Don't watch this dude. You know, this is a beginner's guide, right? So this is for people that want to I don't know what's wrong, but every time when I'm making a video, YouTube video, I got them burps, man. Whatever. So basically those are the skills. The only thing that you might want to change is your law, right? So basically, sometimes I'll tell you I go with 3 different combinations, 4 actually. So if you want to go with laws of valor, most of the time I go with critical. What it does in empowering law also increase your critical hit chance by 100%. This is very good, guys. This is very good, and that pumps your damage up like with 100%. You know, if you want to go, if you're very low on rad and if you need some resource, you should go with unstoppable force. What it does is reduces the rad cost of all your skills by 50% for 5 seconds. It's pretty decent. It's pretty decent. Sometimes I use it if I feel that my rad is very low and I need some more. Now this is a very interesting frozen in terror. That's the name of the rune. What it does, it grants you a 100 chance to stun all enemies within 10 yards for 5 seconds. 5 seconds, ladies and gentlemen, for this build is very good, because for 5 seconds, this is usually the time it will take you to kill an elite pack or whatever, if the elite pack is actually CC'd and you don't die from their like lightning and beams and fire chains, whatever. This is a good try. I recommend you trying this rune. I've never seen other people using it, but give it a try, right? Give it a try. It's interesting to experiment. Now, let's go to the defensive law. There is the Fate's Reward, and what it does is you and your allies heals you and your allies for 1073 life for every point of rad you spend. So what does this mean? Mathematically, if you spend 100 rad, like I have 100, right? If I spend so much, I'll have like 100,000 for the 100 I spent, right? So I have like, let's say like 500, let's almost close to 500 with the shield and blah blah blah, it's bullshit, close to 500. So if I use this one, it will basically give me like, I don't know, a 20% back of my health or whatever. It will be a lifesaver. It will be a lifesaver while you're damaging. You can go with Hopeful Cry, but this is more for ZDPS rune, you know, it's more, I don't know. I told you I prefer to have more damage so I can destroy stuff faster instead of being more, you know. Don't get me wrong, guys. When I go to 50s, Greater Rift keys, Greater Rift level 50, I die at least 2 up to 3 times. It happens, man. If you get a bad rift, my recommendation is, oh my god, I hit the mic again. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. My recommendations are, just leave, man. Just leave. You're gonna die like a chicken. So that was, how much? 8 minutes. I'm going to go very fast in my skills.
Who let the dogs out?
Oh my god, Zimmer Pia, man. Zimmer Pia. Thank you for following. I'm streaming, by the way. So thank you for this. You just got okay. You just got advertised on my YouTube video. Thank you for the follow, man. I appreciate it. Let me go very quick about my skills. By the way, if you saw where I'm at, this is a very nice place for a video, right? This is very, very nice, man. Very, very nice. Whatever. Coming back to the skills, I didn't change. By the way, I want to tell you that I haven't been playing my Crusader lately a lot because I was farming a lot of Rift keys and a little bit of Paragon level. So I haven't been pushing. I haven't been doing higher Greater Rifts for rank 1 or whatever. But the gear is decent. I could do a 50 easy, so it's just the right fishing and stuff. But let me explain you. In the last guide, I had a Zweihander, and the weapon is pretty bad comparing to this baby over here. Basically what Blood Brother is, the best, okay, I'm going to tell you, Which one was my good furnace? I think it was this one. There are like 2 or 3 items that are best in slot for the Crusader, for the weapon. First is ancient furnace. Only when it's ancient, guys. I'm gonna explain about the weapons in a second, because I didn't do it in the last guide. I want to update it in this one. The first is Blood Brother, and please be ancient, guys. As you can see, mine is not the best one I can get, but it's pretty okay, and it's a high damage roll. So this is doing pretty good with me. And what it basically does, grants you a 70%, I think it's up to 20 you can get, chance to block attacks, and inflicts 30% less damage. After blocking an attack, your next attack inflicts 30% additional damage. So basically you get 30% less damage and you do 30% more damage. So I think this is pretty OP for a shield bash. So yeah, if you got one, use one. That's my recommendation. Now, I did some tests with this stupid weapon over here. This one. Guys, as you can see, I got like 3 furnaces, and all of them are very bad rolls. Look at them. I got one from Kadala during when I was live streaming, and this was ridiculous. And after that, I got the second one, and it's still nothing, man. I get an Ancient Maximus, which is pretty much better, but this one over here, the furnace, I'm gonna tell you what is the difference. The difference, what I came by and realized, is when I go with the Blood Brother, I clear the rift pretty fast, but the damage on a single target and on the boss is lower, and of course on our lead packs. But if it comes to white mobs, Blood Brother is better than the furnace. I haven't got my hands to an ancient furnace yet. Once I get an ancient furnace, I'm going to put this in my stash and use the ancient furnace, because with the furnace I crit. Oh my god! Someone is posting me furnaces. But if you got a nice furnace, guys, use it, because the furnace is the real, the real thing. I can crit up to 3.5-4 billion on a single hit with a furnace on the Rift Guardian boss and on elite packs. That's pretty much it about the weapon. Let me tell you about the focus and restraint very fast. Try to get those rings, guys, because it's going to pump most of your damage a lot and humongous. So what it does, basically, the life when you get the 2 rings, when you hit with a resource generating attack, it primal skill deal 50% increased damage for 5 seconds, and the same when you hit with a resource spending attack, deal 50% increased damage. So basically you get 50% for your primary and from your secondary skill. For your from your roar punish, from your punish, and from your shield bash, where it is shield bash. So basically you're gonna get like a lot of percent. So basically you use both of the skills all the time, so it's pretty useful. The other thing I want to tell you guys, if you're going for high grade rifts, everything should be white. Everything. Now, if you have problems with life, with toughness, you can make some minor changes. But I'm going to show you my items again. I told you they are not perfect. Pure Morello, my shield is pretty okay. My rings are not optimized, but I'm trying to get it. I got a good Dragon's Lesson because it's a 200% with fire damage. Now, about the fire damage, I did an experiment. I tried to not make it a long video, but as you can see, it's another 15 minutes video. I'm sorry, guys. But this is the updated version. I hope it will be used for someone. Let me tell you very fast about the gems, and I'm done. Very quick. If you're going for higher grade rifts, you should forget about Taeguk, guys. Taeguk is a good, very good damage gem. It gives you a lot of damage, but you need defensive gems, guys. So the one thing you should always have is a gizzard, because it gives you life per second. It gives you a shield, and you know, after not taking damage for 4 seconds, gain an absorb shield for 200 damage. This is good. This is good. This alteration gem is also very good. Also very useful, because most of the time you're going to die from ranged attacks, not from melee attacks. And it will give you, you know, some resist if you get below 50% of your HP. So both of those gems, you're gonna use them when you're gonna do higher grade rifts. And if you don't feel that you're tough enough to do them, I really recommend you using them. Otherwise, you're gonna die a lot. Yes, your damage might be a little bit higher, but you're gonna die a lot. So basically, the key to success in this build is to be very strong, because damage ain't no problem, man. Damage is not your problem. Your problem is survivability in this build. So, and it's most of the classes have that problem. So you need to optimize your survivability. I recommend keeping Bane of the Trapped all the time. You can go for another defensive gem, but if you go full defensive, your damage will go like. So yep. So this is pretty much it. The very first and tiny thing that I want to tell you, that I did try with the Ancient Maximus with the fire damage. I did try builds with Cinder Code. I did try with, as you can see, I got a Sarge with fire, 20% fire more damage. Yes, my damage, as you can see right now, without the fire increase, I got like only 19% because of my amulet, which is, oh no, it's not my amulet. What is it? I don't know. I don't remember what had me. Oh, it's my bracers. Whatever. 1.6, almost 1.7. When I change most of my items for fire damage, it will be not a big difference, guys. Not a big difference. You can try it, guys. You can try it. I was not very impressed about it, so give it a try. Some people will argue with me. Some people will say, dude, you're effed in the head. You don't know what you're saying. Don't lie to people. Guys, this is my personal experience, what I've seen so far and what I tested so far. I have like, most of the time I have like 200 people watching my stream. They come because I play Crusader. Not everyone does. It's pretty fun. It's pretty fun. I recommend you test the build. Like I say, this is the last thing I'm gonna say and shut down the recording. This is a beginner's guide, guys. This is the things that people that wanna start the build should try. I don't want any commentaries below that, you know, this is totally wrong, this is blah blah blah. Guys, if you know and if you want to do any suggestions, please make a guide, and people should watch your video, not mine. I hope everyone has a nice day. I'm going to announce the winner of the giveaway probably in my next video. So everyone, thank you for watching, and thanks for the likes, subscribes, and the bro love, man, the bro love. I'm going to see you next time in my next video. And by the way, I'm going to I have very interesting ideas for my future YouTube channel with a lot of Diablo content that I'm going to release, and I think it will be interesting for you guys, so stay tuned. I'm going to see you next time. Peace out.